in the background. You got this, Cook. I believe in you today.
You know,
I'm just sitting here thinking about how I'm gonna not die. Apparently, I'm in the worst situation because I haven't tuned the ship.
to be fair, I just feel empty.
Oh, that's because
There's no
you.
end here.
That's work. That's not me. Don't worry about that. That's just called being an adult. You'll get used to that feeling.
I've been used to it for quite a while.
Well, it does help.
Yeah, you would think.
Cook, don't worry. You can join me on the other side. Become the dungeon master.
I don't want to be on that side.
So I officially have some of our product that we cut down.
What?
Oh. Good.
Huh? I'm confused.
The trees.
Okay, connect the dots here. I'm drawing a blank. What do you mean? Someone, I'm stupid here. Please help me. Okay.
Huh? What?
I don't even know
Oh,
what's
I'm
got
going
you.
on.
Got you. Okay.
I was saying I'm not paying attention.
It took me a minute, Robert. Don't worry about it.
I'm sitting here thinking of how to live.
Oh, my advice is don't. You're just gonna cloud your judgment when the time comes.
Oh. While you're doing that, I'm just asking Hunter, what do you mean you don't want to be a DM? Come on, it's fun.
Why don't you just say that in person without typing it to me?
Because they were talking and I'm not going to interrupt them like some asshole.
Put it in freaking general chat. You don't need to PM me.
The polarity's falling apart already. Oh, man. You guys are gonna have some fun today. Maya, are you excited?
Yeah.
You're not Maya.
Sure.
Alright, let me know. Caleb is the new Maya.
Damn. So am I the new Caleb, or
Alright,
do I just
no,
lose all
so-
my identity?
So Caleb is Maya. Maya, you're Chasten now.
What?
Aw, man.
We're
There's not
Chasten-
much
wait, hold
change,
on,
still
no,
into
what-
biology. Just
Then
chilling.
what are you, not Chasten?
Can I be Hunter?
Oh god.
You want to shuck oysters?
We're doing a
am
thing shuffle.
I Robert and Robert Caleb?
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
I don't think Caleb could handle the amount. His body could handle the amount of weed that Robert smokes.
He'll get there. We'll work on it.
I didn't say Maya. I just heard him say, are y'all ready to have a great game, guys? That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's exactly what you should have heard.
Yeah. Totally not me, just looking for the best.
Are you all ready to die?
Strong
I don't
possibility.
wanna.
Yes.
For those about to die, my dice salute you.
I refuse to die.
Well, the dice decide otherwise.
Like, I am beyond
I will
dice.
die while holding an L up to my forehead, just so I'm insulting whatever kills me.
L plus ratio plus blood pilled.
No, I meant like Smash Mouth, but you know.
Okay. Alright.
Why would you want to smash your mouth?
But then
Okay.
you'd be looking kind of dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, Robert. A, that joke was cheesy. Cook, god damn it. Alright. Last time we left off. Welcome, everyone. Hello to what is, according to the party, a general, train wreck about to happen. So Cook, I know you're tired, and,
I'm not gonna recap.
Wow! Alright, fine. Maya, why don't you recap for us?
So, basically, we were going about our adventures. You know, we went to that dwarven stronghold underground. We were gonna do a diplomatic mission. We pissed off the princess, who in turn pissed off Hawken. We released lava upon the town where an undead dragon, was released. We fled bravely, of course, as we always do. And the dragon disappeared. All seemed well until, you know, time passed and we get word that our beloved fort is under siege. So we head over on our wonderful ships that were commissioned many a while ago to find I believe it was a 5-headed dragon, a Tarask, and the fort basically fucked, to put it bluntly.
We saw the
And that's
dragon.
where we left off.
We saw the dragon pancake a castle.
Yeah, you also
Yeah,
saw
that happened too.
Teg come onto the ship very injured and immediately retreat down below.
Yes,
And
yes.
shout
that's...
out to Wolf.
Yes. Shout out to the man who has caused today's predicament completely. It's all his fault. But yes, so, as we pick up, you all flying about hundreds of feet above the ground, looking on as the Tarask attacks the capital, slashing and storming the walls, then breaking, shattering, people screaming, ships falling out of the skies, the 5-headed dragon going around to the other towns, attacking them, smashing into them left and right, causing most of the army to either flee or run. And from this distance, you also notice the approaching army towards your capital of about 5,000 strong, led by what looks to be a single figure in a bright white cloak. As the Tarask seems to suddenly sprout wings out of its back and starts to float into the air, screeching, you watch as suddenly around it appears a bunch of different, what looks to be spell circles, like almost in all different directions, covering over the Tarask, as the two start shooting spells at each other. And then, as you lot are looking on, watching this, Adrian, you notice something's off.
Lord Hawken,
Yes, Adrian.
I can't control the ship.
What's our heading?
Something took the attunement. I can't control the ship.
The ship is not moving currently. It's pointed in the same direction as your capital, which is to the east, but it is currently just floating in the air. You also hear a boom as the ship starts to shake slightly. Everyone, give me a survival check.
Oh, joy.
Oh, wow, my specialty.
21.
Okay.
An unnatural 20.
Okay.
It's a 15.
Okay.
Getting there, I wasn't prepared.
No worries.
Yeah, I was trying to grab the D20 I want.
I'm regretting not
Survival.
being in survival. I'm gonna be honest.
8.
Okay.
Oh no.
I rolled very low, which is not a good sign.
13.
All right, Carl and Hawken, both of you suddenly feel the hairs on your back stand up. The ship shakes again as another boof is heard as the ship shakes up. The ship shakes up and down slightly. You hear over suddenly the intercom or the sound of the ship, where normally it would tell you when there was situations going on or answering out loud requests from Adrian. You really couldn't keep it together, you idiots. The ship slams again, suddenly shaking again as you start to hear the crunch of wood coming from beneath you. Give me another survival check, everyone.
Oh, joy.
That's a 21.
That was a good
27.
one.
Now one. It's now a 6.
Carl stopped hearing, I guess, because he got a 6.
Okay.
24.
24. Hawken, Adrian, and Lucius, you suddenly can feel killing intent all around you. As the ship shakes again, now you hear something crack from down below. And out suddenly as the door slams open from beneath, you see as the simple figure of Teg, but with black skin and horns curled, eyes glowing red, a gnarled staff in his hand, as he walks to the doorway and goes, "You harebrained morons! Everything I planned today. I had it all. I gave you your kingdom. I gave you an army. I gave you holy warrior. And you still couldn't pull your head out of your ass, Hawken. I have seen mortals dumber than you do better. I will not stand for this. I and taking this out on your fucking hide. You've ruined everything, and you will not leave here alive today. And as soon as he finishes that, the ship drops out of the sky and just starts plummeting to the ground.
Oh.
Who the hell
You
is
all
this?
get a reaction as you turn. You see that is Teg with dark skin and curled horns.
I sprout my wings.
You sprout your wings, and you notice your feet can't come off the ship. They're stuck.
Yes.
I will rage, because
You-
that's about the best I could do.
You begin getting angrier and angrier, and you feel your feet can't move, Sigrun.
That's fine. I'm still gonna at least have the damage resistance.
A emboldening bond on the 4 of them.
You're gonna what?
Oh.
I'm going to give them the emboldening bond. So once per turn, roll a d4 and add it to attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Oh, okay. How long does this last?
It is as long as any bonded creatures within 30 feet of another for 10 minutes.
Okay. Alright, yeah, as you cast this, you also notice your feet are stuck. Carl, you start to see Benjamin's freaking out as he's trying to lift his feet, or his legs off the ship, and they're sticking. The ship plummeting at this point, by the way, as you all are doing this.
How far was the ship up from the ground?
100 feet.
I
This is, from what you can tell, about to hurt.
want to shoot the floor.
Okay, make an attack.
Does a 14 hit the floor?
The cannonball hits the ground and bounces off, flying off into the air above you, and it starts to fall, but at such a much slower rate, the ship continuing to plummet towards the ground. Teg still just angry, but also looking very surprised as he's trying to pull his feet off of the damn ship as well, as he looks to be stuck. Carl, what would you like to? Is there anything you'd like to do or attempt?
I would like to attempt casting Vortex Warp,
Oh,
which would teleport a creature I touch, and I don't believe anyone's close enough to me. Correct?
It's not touch, is it?
It is. No, never mind. I was looking at I was looking at fly.
With the range. Yeah, it's just a 90-foot range.
Okay.
what level spell is that?
I can do it as low as 2nd level or as high as 6.
Oh,
I'm
what
gonna
level?
do it.
Uh-huh.
I'll do it at 4th level.
Okay.
Does the level determine
Uh,
how many people you can take with you?
He counter spells it at 5th level, and you watch as your spell cancels out. From Teg. Immediately just glaring at you, Carl.
Okay then.
That is his one reaction, though. Alright. Going up, Adrian. As Carl gets counter spelled, is there anything you'd like to do?
I don't have a lot for this. I can try to Misty Step myself off the ship.
Are you going to?
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to use his legendary reaction as you Misty Step. Where are you go? Misty Step, if I remember right, is 500 feet?
No, it's 30.
30?
500 to the
So where are you going to go within 30 feet? You're in the middle. You're in the sky, falling and plummeting to the ground.
How far am I from the edge of the ship?
10 feet.
I just want to teleport off the ship.
Okay. As you do, you all see as Adrian kind of starts to, like, basically the mist kind of starts to come towards him, covering him, and he as he's starting to appear outside the ship through another mystical cloud of smoke or mist itself. You see for a moment as it looks like Teg seems to cast something as he waves his staff in the air, but nothing seems to happen. Yeah, you end up, Adrian, you end up on the side of the ship floating, and then suddenly you find yourself right back on it, reversed where Teg is now floating in the same place you were for a second ago.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
And he just kind of smiles and waves as the ship continues to plummet down. Does anybody else want to do anything? You have one more round of a chance to get out.
Is everyone close enough that I could try my axe?
Everyone is at this point within 10 feet of each other. At furthest, there will be people 30 feet from you, Sigrun.
Would I know if that's close enough for me to get them as well or no?
You wouldn't. You've never. Your axe. Every time you've used it, they've just held hands, or held on to you.
Wait, the ship is plummeting, correct? Like it's falling, just like
Yes.
nosedive.
It's just straight down.
Is this the main ship we're on, correct?
Yes, your
I
war
believe
galleon.
the one with the Estral. Could Sigrun try? And I'm gonna double check my notes. I believe Sigrun specified she wanted the fly command to be fly and giant. But I'm double checking my notes on that. Could she try to say that command and see if that would force it to activate? Because that was specified upon its creation that was an activation code word.
You shout out fly and giant, and the ship continues to plummet.
God damn it! I've been
I
failed.
assume that would normally only work to the person who's actually attuned to it.
Carviel never specified on that as far as it goes.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
there's.
Can I dispel magic the ship?
You can attempt.
If not, we might just have to hit this guy and break his concentration.
Yeah, maybe. I'll try 4th level dispel magic.
Alright, you cast it. The ship continues to plummet to the ground.
All right.
Anybody
Guess
else?
I'll can I shoot Teg?
You can try. You'll be at disadvantage because you are both plummeting and he is now flying in the air as he traded places with Adrian.
Am I not kind of secured to the ground?
Yes, but you're basically falling at an exceedingly faster rate as you continue to fall. You are plummeting, so that's where the disadvantage comes from.
Fair enough.
Have you ever tried to aim while the building you're standing in about 10 stories up is falling over? It's not easy, surprisingly. Taking that headshot, never really effective.
Well, that's fair. I can see where you're coming from, but all right.
Do you want to take a shot, Teg? Feel free. Let's see what you can roll.
All right. Okay, it is a 13. However, I'm going to channel divinity guided strike to add a 10 to that.
Okay, so
it'd be a
23.
23.
Yeah, you're nowhere close as AC. You watch as the cannonball goes flying way off
You
beyond.
gotta
them.
be fun. Yeah, I'll just shoot myself then.
You watch the cannonball fly off into the distance as it kind of just completely avoids him as you continue to plummet. One sec.
All right, I've resigned myself to death.
All right,
I
Adrian.
got nothing I can do.
I'm doing what I just messaged you.
Okay. Give me a moment to pull up something. Make sure I'm correct in my reading on this. If anybody else has a plan they're thinking up, now is the time to speak up while I look this over. Give me a D4 plus 1 for it, Adrian.
Yeah. It's a 2, so that's a 3.
Okay. You watch. Are you gonna only cast it on yourself?
Carl as well.
Okay. You two suddenly, the entirety of time freezes as the two of you are suddenly just standing on the ship, still stuck, but everything seems to stop around you as you and Carl are able to move.
Yeah, I'm teleporting off, and then I'm gonna vortex warp Carl off. We're the only two that can fly.
Oh, alright. So you're gonna cast teleportation and Carl's vortex, what was it?
Warp.
Well, so I'm gonna Misty Step off the ship, and then I'm gonna vortex warp Carl off the ship, so we're not stuck.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
I already have my wings out, so I can float.
Are you not strong enough to hold someone?
I can lift one person, and I know I can't lift Sigrun.
No, that's
No, that's true.
Give me 1 second to make sure I'm correct in this. Because that is a spell from someone. I'm just making sure.
Actually, I don't think I lift. No, with the gear I'm carrying, I can't lift any of you.
All right, yep. You will be teleporting him into an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. The range on this spell is 90 feet, so you could teleport Carl completely onto the ground if you chose to.
Can I get him long enough that I think the ship hitting won't hurt him as bad? Because I know he has fly, and he gets 3 actions as well.
Well, it's up to you on where you want to teleport him, I'm saying.
Yeah, I was going to teleport him right so he can cast fly on himself.
Okay. Yep. As one round goes by, you teleport yourself. Carl's still on the ship. Second round goes by. You cast Vortex Warp once again. Carl ends up floating in the air next to you. Carl, during the first action, is there anything you'd like to do? Or first round? Prior to being teleported?
Okay, I would cast Vortex Warp on Sigrun's Rage so I can't affect them with spells.
We can get everyone else on the floor between both our Vortex Warps.
So I will
Can you not cast it while I'm raging?
I'm gonna stop, so I don't think you can stop raging.
I mean, my rage is probably going to end soon unless I get hit or aggro someone.
Well, no, Maya. If we affect a creature that is frozen by the time stop instantly ends.
Yes.
So the moment we move one of you, everything's going to resume.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay, okay.
Caleb, do we want to take us at the same time and move Hawk and Lucius? Because Maya's going to take half from the crash, and I'll take the least by far.
Adrian and Carl, come into private for a moment.
I do have a lot of health potions.
Let me move Carl up here real quick as well. There we go. As you two take a second and you're looking as time is frozen, I will mention both of you see on Hawkins' shoulder is a little green chameleon that looks really angry right now, sitting on just sitting there frozen, staring up in your direction.
Is that anger directed, or
you can't tell? It looks to be looking up. That's all you can tell from the creature.
it's probably mad at 10? Okay.
So I want to mention that, and you will sense even with the arcane energy, Carl, due to your adaptability and current situation, there's some powerful fiendish magic coming off that chameleon, and it's stronger than Teg.
Before we go back, because this is probably what no one casting already, I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts on one of you on the ship. It really doesn't matter, so that it's telling the effect so that the time stop ends.
Okay. So, to make sure, so Carl, you're going to get teleported into the air.
Yeah.
And he's going to cast Fly on himself, I hope.
And then,
yeah, I would.
Okay. So, did you want to cast Vortex Warp on the rest of the party, or no?
No, I'm going to use Detect Thoughts so it ends, so they think it's not my fault, and they think I didn't have time.
And Carl?
I will motion to Carl to just hold unless he needs to buff himself or something.
I will cast Fly, and then... So I'll just go ahead and cast that now.
You could use to fly upwards more if you wanted.
Okay. So you're gonna second round you'll cast Fly onto yourself once you end up teleported into the air, or are you doing that in your first round?
So once I'm teleported, I would cast Fly.
Okay.
And then
you get one more action because Adrian's gonna use his to detect thoughts, so you have one more action.
I would like to move up. I don't know if the G-force is absolutely going to crush my body upon doing so.
Okay.
It shouldn't.
So you're just going to start flying up? How high?
The maximum I can move with at third level, which is 60 feet.
Okay. All right. We can join back in the other. Okay. So let me bring. There we go. All right. So as you all find yourselves frozen, for a moment, as Adrian and Carl are kind of casting time stop, the entirety, or what you assume all to be time stop, the entirety of the ship goes completely frozen. Adrian suddenly floating in the air. Carl, you find yourself flying in the air as you both casting fly on yourselves, wings sprouting out. The two of you standing there. Moments go by as Adrian then finally finishes off casting as he preparation, and time continues. Sigrun, Lucius, Hawken, you all find yourselves plummeting towards the ground on the ship without Adrian or Carl as they fly above you. Absolute silence is not the response I was expecting.
I don't
mean,
know
I know
how to
I can't.
process this.
I don't fly very fast.
I can't do anything about the situation.
Time
Yeah,
stops once again as Sigrun, Lucius, and Hawken, you find yourselves on the ship. However, this time you are the only ones capable of moving. And you see a little chameleon climbs off of Hawken's shoulder. And I say moving, you all can't move your feet, unfortunately, from the spots you're stuck
Yeah.
in.
Him!
The little chameleon climbs down to the ground. You can still hear the sounds of the Trask thrashing through the city, the five-headed dragon plummeting into another city. But above you, you see as Carl, Tag, and Adrian still flying in the air, with Tag far above them. And the chameleon kind of crawls down and turns into a jet black, almost full, like as dark as can be, sucking in light around him, dragonborn with bright green eyes, or bright yellow eyes just appear, kind of transforms from the chameleon, and it goes, "You lot are always an interesting lot. First, the king who was never going to be. Honestly, you are hilarious. At every mistake you could make, you made. Entertaining, no less. The long-lost lover here of Sigrun trying to make her, lordship, the one she's concubine, proud, but also doing all she can do to save her people. And Lucius, you of all constantly getting that carrot of that Ludwig guy waved in front of your nose, making you chase him further into the dark depths of hell. Nothing more entertaining, truly. And I find you all so entertaining, I'm willing to offer you something. Because I want this show to continue. I've never seen a show so interesting. So, would you care to continue the play, or would you like to have this be your crescendo, if you will? Your ending, an ending worth the tale for legends I can provide you.
This is but Act 1, don't you think?
He turns and he looks at the other two and he goes, "Do you agree?"
What is the price for this offer?
Continue to entertain me. That's all I take. As he kind of moves around, almost like a fiending crackhead, with his eyes kind of jutting from each of you.
We could do that. I mean, like, we had that one moment where we told, like, a lot of
Hush.
jokes. Lucius, you remember that, right?
Not my entertainment. I want to see you do something far scarier. How about this? Do something that no other mortal being is willing to do, and I will call it even. Does that sound like a
Very
fair deal?
How long?
vague, but I suppose it is a good offer.
Vague is
She's,
always
like, looking at the others.
Vague is a good storytelling mechanism. Think of it. All the interest, all the enjoyment. You come up with the idea, and I just get to sit back and watch. And he looks over at Hawken and Lucius and waits to see, finally, looking then at Lucius as Hawken gave his thoughts. And you
Or we can find something.
could find something? Like what?
Oh, I don't know yet.
That's true. That's true. But there's nothing on this mortal plane that I have an interest. There is actually one thing, but I doubt any mortal would be dumb enough to take me up on that offer. However, for that I would give a boon for whoever was willing to complete that task for me. That would be entertainment. But
What pass?
I think it's a task that you'd have to agree to before I'd ever give it to you. But you would be bound to complete it, unfortunately, if you do agree to it. This is my one and only warning. So, if this is to be only Act 1, then how about I do this give you a favor? I don't want you all to walk away from this with any sadness in your hearts. I will be honest with you, you're not stopping I think you called him headmaster. There's no shot. Let him do what he's doing and walk away. You're better off than that. But I'll give you this. And he points upwards. Those not on the ship right now. He smiles. With big toothy smiles, he looks at Hawken and goes, "Have been planning your downfall since they joined. Do with that information what you will." as he smiles, a big wry smile, and turns back into a chameleon. And time unstops, and you find yourself again plummeting to the ship. The ship suddenly stopping as it hits the ground, softly tapping it, as a giant eyeball appears on the side of the ship, looking up at Teg, Carl, and Adrian. Okay.
I mean, I don't know what the eyeball's there for. It's just looking at those three, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Does it look like...
It seems to be attached
what kind
to
of eye
a
does
ship.
it look like?
As you look at the ship, it
Oh.
seems to like move around the ship, almost causing the wood itself to like move as the eye kind of tracks throughout. It seems to kind of come near each of you, looking up at you, and then continues to stare up. Yes.
Are our feet still stuck?
Yes. Your feet cannot move. I will mention, it is at this point you start to notice that it's getting darker above you. Like a giant shadow has started to cover your ship. And the moon looks like it's getting bigger. And closer. And closer. And it's coming down.
Welcome to Majora's Mask, everybody.
Yeah, that's not good, I don't think.
Quick, play the ocarina. Restart.
He watches
I don't have any
Adrian.
levels of Bard.
Adrian and Carl look up and just start flying away at breakneck speed as fast as they can.
Traitors, both of them.
And you just hear the maniacal laughter of the sorcerer above, who slowly is growing larger and larger and becoming more pit fiend-like, belly growing out, but legs getting longer, the torso expanding almost unnaturally, 2 wings violently popping out of his back as blood kind of splatters out, colliding with the ground a few feet from you all, as you can hear it splash and start to burn as a slight sizzle is heard. And the continuous laughter goes on.
You're ugly!
Oh.
Hawken, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I feared that was gonna happen. So what's a natural 1 plus 4 give me?
You all watch...
Actually, before you say that, I'm gonna use lucky and reroll
Yeah, please do.
that. Okay, that's a 21.
Alright. Well, the DC was 30.
Oh, really?
You suddenly feel as your body starts to get weakened. Sigrun and Lucius, you see as Hawken's body starts to almost kind of conclave itself as the fat and muscle seems to almost dissipate and flatten. It's as if you're taking the air out of a strong man.
That reminds me of Daka.
And slowly Hawken becomes nothing but a skinny husk of a man. Hawken, you are 1 HP.
Jesus.
As this creature continues to laugh, the moon getting closer. Sigrun and Lucius.
I see.
What did you do?
As Hawken doesn't respond, staring up. You all hear in your head Teg's voice suddenly go, "You know, while you're standing there," and suddenly time stops again. The large moon suddenly frees, and all of you three is standing there once more. Let me take my hooves off. No. He goes, "You know, I set everything up." As you see him kind of come walking onto the ship, not sticking to it, the eye panicking as it kind of goes and closes and shuts as the ship stops moving and starts to tremble slightly and then stop again. You watch as where his foot hits the ground starts to almost turn to a blackened husk and looks almost as if the wood itself is having all the liquid sucked out of it as he touches the ground. And he goes, "First, that spirit of your grandfather I made sure to trap in this nice little nifty stick," as he takes another step forward towards Hawken. Secondly, I made sure to cut your daddy down and make sure he knew exactly how weak he was when I chopped his head off. He put up a good fight, so all the rest of your family. Then I trapped your wife and unborn child into one of the buildings in Bolton Citadel and lit it on fire to watch the suffering continue, to make sure that little brat wasn't born before he could do some real danger. And now, the crescendo of all of it, my greatest act. Oh, Ken, truly, your stupidity knows no bound. Your son is dying to that dragon Tarrasque out there, and he's gonna get ripped to shreds and never be allowed to pass on into the afterlife. Your idiocy cost you everything. As he just maniacally starts laughing. Oh, shit. Give me a D100.
Oof. This is, not great.
No.
92.
Alright. Sigrun, let's start with you. Is there anything you want to do in this moment you have?
I guess the worst that could happen if I try the axe is it doesn't work, so I'm gonna try to, activate the axe and teleport us. I'm sure it's gonna fail, but at least, it'll do something.
Alright. Let's see.
So, yeah. Hopefully I can get the others as well who are on the ship with me.
I'm checking something. This is with your axe, correct?
Yes, Axe of the Stone Lords.
Yeah, I'm checking. Do I have it listed on here for the teleportation?
We're not underground, so it's definitely not gonna go to an intended destination, but Sigurd's not even thinking of an intended destination other than the ground.
Alright, give me a D100, Sigrun. Real quick.
Okay. Let me find my D10 and my D100, and we'll see what we get. That could, 51.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Could be worse, could be
Alright.
better.
And Lucius, what about you? Is there anything you want to do?
I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Hawken. Can't do much, but
Okay.
something.
Give me a second. Okay, Healing Word. Go ahead and roll on the health.
3 hit points.
Alright. As you, Hawken, for a moment you feel a little bit of relief. Sigrun, as you cast this, your intention is to grab everyone? That's on the ship with you? Okay.
Yeah.
As you do so, you
close
hear the dwarfs in your head go, "Oh, we're fucked." And suddenly you and Lucius find yourselves traveling deep within the roots underground. Finding yourself coming back to... you said, what was it? It was 52?
Yeah, 51.
51. You find yourself coming to the underground passage in the middle of, you're not sure. As you look around you, looks to be carved statues of angel-like creatures holding basins of what looked to have once been used for fire or something of the sort. And for a moment, you take a second and look about, and you're not sure where either of you are, but you don't sense the magic. Until moments later, all of the party senses divine energy so palpable that even the headmaster stops amidst his fight, immediately freezing himself, looking on with just awe and terror as down you all feel the energy just explode out from farther into the dwarven lands. The last thing you, Sigrun, and Lucius hear, did you have any last words, Hawken?
You will know pain.
That is the last thing, Sigrun and Lucius, you hear before you go through the roots. A massive arcane explosion is heard. Carl and Adrian, you look on as flying at top speed trying to get away, you feel your body starting to get pulled back. Almost as if being sucked backwards, even as you fly harder and harder. Headmaster, you start to see as people in Hawkins' military uniform start to float up in the air and start getting pulled towards where that ship was moments ago. Given Headmaster's just here to listen in for this portion. And Hawken, as the light goes from your eyes, the last thing you see on the face of Teg is as he starts to shrink back down into his tiefling form, utter and nothing but unregistered fear. As a massive explosion is heard, causing the entirety of the continent to shake. Sigrun and Lucius, as you're underground, the rocks above you start to shake. You hear dust kind of hitting the ground, the sounds of somewhere off in the distance, water finally breaking through some stubborn cave walls, and the sounds of rocks collapsing off in the distance can be heard. Adrian and Carl, as you get sucked in, the last thing you see is Hawken turn into this massive dragon with just anger and hatred bursting from his body, going from a bright golden color of what you'd expect of a solar dragon to suddenly turning into just a blackened pool of almost hatred that seems to come together in a single being in the shape of a dragon. And you both watch your bodies get disintegrated from the existence of the light. The last thing you hear, Hawken, in your head is, "I will be back." As his entire body is eviscerated. You watch as all around you, soldiers of your army are completely torn apart, their power sucking away, and Hawken, your soul to do this being torn to shreds, causing you such severe pain. You know you are gone after this. Your existence will end. But giving every bit of the end of your life force, all of your enemies vanish into a thing of light. The last thing left of Hawken, when the dust clears, the mountain that was the hill that was underneath completely flattened, the ground all around it completely scorched, is the single cannon, and the piece of armor that Hawken is wearing that had the holy symbol on it and the sigil of House Firecrest underneath it completely burnt. So we're 40 minutes into session. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break after that to let party members do something.
Rip.
Yeah.
That was something. Didn't expect that.
This is an acceptable fate. I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, for you it was pretty great. That was pretty sick.
I died and I took all of my enemies with me.
And your allies. I suppose fitting in a way.
Also, as a last note, one thing you do see in your final view, Hawken, is the giant mimic that was the ship. As Headmaster will probably be very upset if that doesn't get mentioned.
The ship was a mimic?
Yeah, that's why it's got a sticky skin. You guys stuck to it.
So when did that get switched out?
He cast that immediately at the beginning of session. Wolf has been waiting for that for all day. But yeah, as we come back to, we're gonna take a quick. We'll come back at 5 after 40. So for those who want to take a minute, go grab some water, go grab something to drink, come up with a backup character. You've got some time. We got a minute or two.
Wolf, I never intended on coming towards you.
No, he wasn't worried about you.
So I've got good news. I'm still alive.
But effectively out of the campaign.
I'm out of the campaign, but I'm alive.
Yep.
I survived his nuclear explosion. I'm here.
Did your sword survive?
Yeah.
Black Orc's name, Green Tips. It's too late.
So let me. Yeah, you're gonna grab Adrian. I have 5 minutes to make a character because I got this.
Yeah, I can take him. if you want to deactivate him.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Here, actually, no. Let me make sure to grab the. I see what you mean. Let me.
Yeah, I was saying, describing. I don't know if you need a sheet. I just want you to get a copy for your thing.
Yep, I'm gonna download.
Now that I'm finally free of Hawk and I can have fun again.
Wow! Yo! Alright, I see how it is.
Don't worry. When the world inevitably ends, Adrian will still be here somewhere.
Yeah, so that crescendo was planned out to be a lot longer originally, but I also didn't expect things to go the way they were, so also let me
Yeah, I didn't see a way out of that.
let me make sure I get as well.
Yeah,
Carl.
if you want Adrian's sheet, I did deactivate it. If you don't,
No, I got his sheet. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing.
Under
Carl.
the assumption my teleportation definitely didn't work.
No, that's definitely true. And then let me.
Yeah, let me know when you're done if you do take Carl at all. If not, I'll just.
I've got Carl's character sheet. You're good now. And I have Hawkins, so you're also good.
Cool.
So,
Yeah.
I never even got my crescendo. There's a whole thing about me being a heli, and I just never got to come into play. But
You had to run. Yeah, you tried.
Yeah, I had to attempt.
and I'll never know what that.
You were
book
a
is.
heli. Wow.
Yeah,
I was
this
a heli-
entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of lost it all when I was like, oh yeah, those two, they're also planning to kill you. I'm like, all right, that's cool.
The best part, Hunter, I never did anything. I just stood there. Every time I was told to do something against you, you did it yourself, and I didn't have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, I'm glad that I was told. So evaporating at least you two was nice.
Well, technically, you killed Carl.
So would you
That's
like to
good.
know what the stat sheet of Teg was?
No, I'm good. I know it's way above what we could have handled.
That is the fairest answer I think I've actually heard. No, yeah.
Although I want to see it.
I would love to see it.
Oh, yeah, since Hawkins unfortunately will learn that his wife will have died as well as his son
I
perish.
expected that to happen.
So Hawken, I should let you know now, big secret reveal, the heli woman accidentally may have gotten Barry's soul stuck into them, so
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel knowing you had?
I'm glad I killed your character, Carl.
I will
glad
say
I'm
Barry
stuck
will be dead because Headmaster will have killed him by the
Good.
end of the
I'm glad.
Oh, so that means
I'm glad they're all dead.
Oh, I guess
can
I do have to do XP actually for those who survived, because you did get the kill technically.
Oh, so I can finally delete Barry from Aventium's 2-shot.
Yes. Is there XP listed for this? There actually might not be, because I don't think you can technically normally kill this. Hey, Wolf, I have a question. How much XP would you give for a CR50 creature?
Wouldn't that just be an instant max level?
I think so.
No, there's XP. There's always XP. Good try, though.
Well, yeah, like, a CR30 can almost jump someone from 1 to 20.
Yeah, I appreciate it, because I'm looking. Because we want to make sure Lucius and Sigrun get their power.
Oh, I mean, I can.
Well, what level do we come in at?
You'll come at lowest, that's why. I was looking it up.
We're figuring something out.
Because I
What's
want to make
the,
sure I give you the XP in all fairness.
Because those two are going to be, you know.
Well, I'll give you the what you got for the.
Oh, what are we getting XP before we die?
Well, no. Sigrun and Lucius survived.
You two live.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rage
didn't you
or from
hear
what?
that?
Yeah, you two are under.
to
You
get
two are
water.
in underground. You got to. Yeah, you survived.
Yo!
Yeah, Lucius and
I
Sigrun
cheat
got
death
away.
again. I can't believe that. I went to get water. I thought for sure I was dead. I was
Yeah,
just like, I better get
no.
some water, and then I guess I'll just be chilling the rest of the
I'm cool with
session.
you two living. I'm cool with that.
I'm pretty sure,
Don't
Wolf,
worry,
that will
we-
insta-level the entire party.
We will remember
I
who
just
has
love Hunter-
wronged us.
Hunter's Beginning basically just killed Carl. like in the party.
What is with me having characters that survive party TPKs? First it was Zaya surviving like all the people who would leave and die. Now it's Sigrun, who is like the only original party member and still is.
So that's the total.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. So technically, because you didn't kill it
Good lord.
directly, technically that's only a quarter of the XP you should have gotten, because you didn't kill it directly.
So wait, 75,000?
75 plus the 25.
Yeah.
That's
So
Oh my
100,000 XP.
normally, you would have gotten 300,000 just about XP.
Okay.
Do we get our
DM?
level ups now too?
Yeah.
Sick.
Because I just wanted to see how much XP that would be. That takes Goji to level 15.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. What you just did with for what Hawken just did was save the party. There is no denying you would have been wiped.
Fucking bro. That's such a fucking play. I thought you just took us all out and like that was that, and I was like, that's a
No.
heroic sacrifice. Probably weren't gonna survive. You straight up killed all the enemies, killed your soul, and then just gave me and Lucius the fucking buff of the century. Oh my god. Oh my. So wait, do we get to level
Heart
up
goes
now?
out to the only two
Long
people that I
rest.
could trust in my life,
Oh.
Lucius and Sigrun.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna add on that. So yeah, Teg chased off the pebble. He killed all of your. He killed Chantrell, who was trying to help you,
Oh,
or
yeah.
basically
No,
offered that.
the pebble.
He also screwed you over about your brother, or your brother that you found out was actually your son, who he convinced you to basically fight him. Yeah.
Wait, he was my son?
Yeah, that was your son. That wasn't your
What?
brother. He was
Oh
acting
my
as your
fucking
brother
God.
to try and keep the time situation from breaking and blowing up on him.
I would have liked him telling me at least that, you know, like he instantly went to wanting to kill me for some reason.
He wasn't trying to. He was trying to save you. He was trying to get you on the
I was
battlefield
gonna
away
say,
from Teg because he
did
was trying to
talk
get
the
you.
party.
Yep.
The session you weren't here, he did like say he was trying to help you, but the party couldn't tell you because you wouldn't believe him. The
We
party was
weren't
just like,
allowed-
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, we didn't like, yeah, he was like apparently helping you, and he didn't do anything. He just shrugged it
Well,
off.
I'm glad Hawkins' life was filled with fucked
Oh,
up
Hunter.
shit and misery.
Hunter, full story.
Oh.
He didn't know he was being. He fully realized Teg was against you. Tried to warn you 4 times. You didn't listen, and then he got under threat of death. He ran for his goddamn life.
No one gave me any evidence that Ted was against me.
I kept telling you shit he was doing, and you kept.
Oh no,
Word of
Pebble.
mouth means nothing.
Pebble fully told you outright when he mentioned the whole thing about him casting the speak with dead when you shouldn't be able to speak with the dead. That was the biggest hint I could give you because of Log's rule that you couldn't bring the dead back to life. When he was able to cast that, that means he was doing something that basically he was breaking a law somehow. That should have been your first huge red flag.
I thought he just captured his soul.
Also-
That's what I thought.
When a powerful guy just shows up out of nowhere, as a piece of general advice, that's not a good thing.
Like the headmaster.
When we got there, Ted, we were told that Ted was like, you know, like weak. You know, he was just a
He
little
was.
army veteran, like level 1. Yeah.
He was level 1 at the time, but also the fact is that you didn't find it suspicious that the following session after you as Daka and Bastion had to deal with that pit fiend, suddenly a tiefling showed up and offered you a deal.
No, not at all.
And you know, and Hunter, you can get mad at me all you want for betraying you. You
Caleb,
quite.
I'm going to actually kill you.
Oh, really? Okay. My guy, you told my character he would get a seat on your court.
He's still holding that gun.
And then the next fucking day, you told the headmaster he gets it.
Oh yeah.
Not
Worse-
only that,
Carl wasn't.
I
against
never
him.
promised you what seat.
Carl
I said I'd
wasn't-
give you a seat on the court. You're still on the court. Just because
You
I
told
didn't
me
make
I would
you
be-
a headmaster of a fucking school doesn't
You
mean
told
you're on the not on the court, Caleb.
you told me I would be your court wizard. You gave that to headmaster. I told you I wanted to make a school to teach people.
I did not hear you saying the school part. I'll
He
be
did
honest
say
with
the
you.
whole thing when you first met.
Well, like I said, I didn't hear him say that. I didn't pay attention to that part.
Give it to headmaster.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you? He seems like a better fit.
I wouldn't give a random person who just walked in.
You also just walked in.
Yeah, I would have waited.
If you're using a prison cell or whatever.
Yeah, so Fully Hunter, he wasn't against you initially, but when he was really upset, Adrian offered him a deal and basically recruited him.
So what's your story, Adrian?
Oh, I was truthful with most of it. I was a mercenary. I was some guy hired by Teg randomly. What I didn't leave in was that I was a Heli, although a commoner. I practiced a lot of dark magics. I was evil aligned. And I was supposed to be Teg's right hand in the long run.
Yeah, after the Pebble left, Chaston did come to me and say, "Okay, Cook's not seeing the obvious flags here. I'm joining evil."
Good to know.
Yeah.
Well, I was told when I found out what Teg did that he could literally do 400 plus damage at a single swing. I wasn't fighting that.
Yeah, so I will finally let you know what you were dealing with. You were dealing with an inflated version of an aspect of a very powerful fiend from a book that I don't think any of you have ever read. So I was using the example I gave Grumpy as to show him what a sample of it was what I was going to use originally. But what ended up that you guys fought was well, if you want to do some research, if you look up who the guy that Asmodeus stole the Nine Hells from, or
that
took
guy?
it from, you'll kind of have a better idea of what Teg was built around. But
I had 4 temp HP going into that. Do I still got that, or was that,
if you didn't take any
gotten rid
damage,
of?
yeah. If you
I
didn't,
did. I still get my 4 temp HP.
yeah.
That I lost like 5 of because I was punched.
So
Yep.
what? So
6,
what level?
actually.
What level are you two? What am I coming
Oh.
in as?
16.
16.
We're both 16. Yeah. I'm very close to level 17 as well. So.
Yeah, I'm just over
Oh my
halfway.
god. Bro, I can't believe that. Jesus. At 30 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
You
Hawking
watched.
a real one for that.
I will say, as time goes on, just kind
I
of
don't
pad
want to
up
be a real
things.
one. wanna
The kingdom of Friarcrest will slowly be piece by piece destroyed as Headmaster continues to walk through, destroying the magic circles that Teg was setting up to sacrifice all of the citizens of Hawkins' kingdom in order to gain his full power back. By the way, that wasn't his full power. That was him using the only arcane energy he had left to inflate his power to as high as he could go to fight. Technically,
Gotcha.
Wolf kind of cucked Teg pretty hard for what was going on.
I mean, good. Teg seems like an asshole.
I mean that's fair. Oh, also, Lucius, your dagger immediately will shatter and be destroyed upon the death of Teg.
Well, that's just depressing.
I know.
Oh. The Beholder one or the other?
No, his plus
Behold-
18 dagger.
Yeah, that was a Teg dagger.
I was gonna say, why would the Beholder thing
Also,
disappear? But that makes sense.
Killing that lore definitely didn't help at all. That's for sure.
I will
Poor
say, with what Hawken did, Kedliz is going to be looking for anybody who served Teg and is going to be hunting them down. Not because she's mad about her champion being dead, but because she doesn't like people fucking with her toys. So
I'll take it.
that should answer
yeah,
one
I'll take
player's
it.
Unfortunate question they just sent me.
Yep. Hi, Chaston.
No,
That wasn't me, actually. Hunter, I'm hidden in a sword. No one can find me.
Well, when you
I
get
didn't
back
know.
out, you were working with Teg.
Yeah, but Hunter, I'm not going to come out until the world's over.
also,
Well, Kid Liz is still gonna be there.
as
She's not gonna know I'm under him anymore. Just be some dude.
if
with a
you
sword.
wanted to see what the headmaster
Yeah,
was
okay.
going to look like, there you go for what you would have been fighting when you had to deal with him. Grumpy just realized an oh shit moment.
Did you connect the dots?
Grumpy in the YouTube chat goes, wait, oh no.
Yeah.
Hello, Grumpy.
If it makes you
Yes,
feel better,
yes,
Cook,
Grumpy.
you've just pissed off another group really badly.
What do you mean I pissed off another group?
Don't worry about it. You're not party leader. You don't have to concern yourself anymore.
That's fun.
What did Monday? Was Monday somehow there and we just like murdered them?
Well, well, I guess the dots
Oh?
already connected, and DM already said it. That was Bastion's patron too.
Wait, Tag or the fucking Tarrasque?
Tag.
Yeah.
He just killed Bastion Phaedra too.
So
Rip
Monday is going to
Bastion,
be a fully prepared session. I don't have to do much work for tomorrow now.
That's something. Hey, he said he'd be back, so I guess Bastion could hold out hope, or he could find a new patron. If you're looking to worship and make Sigrun a god, I'm down.
All right, time to make Hawken Part 2.
I was gonna say, do you guys want to take a break here? Do you want?
I literally have no idea what to do for another character.
Same.
So I'll put it to the eyes here in the Discord chat in our peaceful future right now. If you want to continue session, or and for those, if we'll see where the numbers land. So if you want to keep going, we'll keep going, and if not, we'll
How
call it
many
here.
people
Survived?
they're ready to play? Because if there's like half the party needs time to make a character, I say we should just do Jackbox or something chill, and just like relax.
We could.
I don't want it to just be, unless it's just a casual roleplay session of Sigrun and Lucius just looking at each other like, what the fuck just happened?
I mean, if the party decides to hold off, then as far as it goes, then we can do a game, and I'll just narrate what kind of happens between Lucius and Sigrun, for as they go
or if
on.
like you need to ask like what we do and stuff, I'm always down to like have a brief call or something throughout the week.
Yep.
Just-
all right. So yeah. All right.
just
Let's
play
hear
what
it in the
happens.
chat now. Type I in the Discord chat if you want to keep going, and don't type anything if you don't. I'll give you, let's say, the next 30 seconds to either type something or not. Yeah. I've got my clock in the back. Damn it! I have no one to take revenge on.
I would say I think we're not going because two players don't know what to build.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, that's 15 seconds in, and no one typed, so I'm gonna take a wild guess and
There's
say,
not even a notification of
all
anyone
right.
typing.
So we're gonna end session kind of early for the day. I'm gonna give the players some time this week. I'll make sure I'm available after work for the players to do a session 0 if they want to talk and come up with some character ideas. Otherwise, to narrate, to kind of finish it out, Sigrun and Lucius, are you guys just going to be trying to get back to the surface, or what are you thinking? What's your, or are you going to just make camp here and just, like, take a minute?
Do we know that we're underneath the stronghold right now?
From what you can tell, as both of you look around, you see architecture of like angelistic like figures holding braziers. Much of the tunnel seems to be well carved, but not very well maintained, as many of the bricks in the wall and in the flooring seem to have kind of been taken over by like either plants or vines or like minor spiders and other insects that seem to kind of crawl around. You're not sure where either of you are, but you know you were close enough to feel the quakes when the attack happened.
I think unless Lucius would make a compelling argument, Sigrun would suggest being, for once, visibly shaken, transpired, which is not a look Sigrun has often, would suggest they make camp, treat any wounds they have, try to like collect themselves and make sense of things, and like come up with an idea, because Sigrun definitely doesn't have a fucking clue other than survive.
Yep.
So,
Okay. As the two of you begin to make camp, grabbing out your gear, setting it out, you take a second, kind of breathing in, really, both of you being almost awkwardly quiet as you're both really stuck in thought at the fact that you just watched basically gods clashing in front of you, and you got caught in the middle yet again. You just saw someone who you've been traveling with for ages now, months, just wipe themselves out to save you and to get vengeance at the same time. And the coming down of finding out that Teg this entire time had been willing to betray you. Lucius and Sigrun, who you two were a little more close to him. It really, all of it just kind of starts to hit you both, causing you both to go into a bit of shock as you really contemplate what to do next. The tents are set up. A small little fire kind of sets up. The smoke seems to kind of seep through the stones and go into the dirt above you, not causing it to get really smoky in the area. And you both really take a long minute just staring at the fire, not even paying attention to what's around you more than just enough to make sure nothing sneaks up on you. And as the fire starts to dim, you both still staring at it, kind of lost in thought. We'll wrap up session there.
Can I do a brief snippet before we call it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would say, seeing the events that transpired, and for the first time really experiencing death and the fear of death, that she's only once before died, and now she knows she no longer contains her revenant powers. That death she would not come back from. With much business unfinished, and seeing Teg's betrayal and the others seemingly abandon them to fly off the ship, she realizes the world's grown crueler, and especially amongst the political ranks, the world's grown a lot more selfish, and I would like to change my alignment from lawful neutral to neutral, as Sigrun loses a bit more of her ties to her old code and becomes more focused on her and Lucius's survival.
Okay.
At whatever cost it takes.
Okay. Lucius, I also want you to do me a favor and do me, let's say a wisdom check.
Just straight wisdom?
Yeah.
Okay.
As Sigrun kind of stares at the fire and you just kind of
That's
see
the total of a 3.
Perfect. As you see, as Sigrun's like seriousness kind of really starts to get a grimmer look, almost settles settles onto Sigrun's face slightly a bit more. Kind of with that more expected of a soldier's expectation, having seen nothing but violence. Lucius, you start to really think about your own place in the world, and you're starting to realize that it's not good that survives. It's really starting to get more and more evil. You can switch your alignment to neutral evil. Also because you took the dagger, so I think that's adds up.
Gotcha.
You start to get more in the understanding.
Let's go.
Yeah, after seeing this power collide with itself and watching everything like that, it starts to really put more and more into that faith of you just need to cut down the monsters when you first get the shot, and it's starting to take away your moral willingness to question or ask anymore. Now that
Lucius, the last remaining member of House Firecrest?
He is. And as you two kind of take a minute to and start to really think back on this alignment shifting mentality starting to crack, in the deep shadows from one side of the hallway of the cave walks forward a black Thrycreen, standing about 8 feet tall, dark black carapace, bright red eyes, and that's where we're gonna end session today. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you on the next one.
Oh shit, it's Tictric.
No, it's not.
I know.